from SoFi Stadium. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. They find some open field here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on the first play of the game. 72 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. In motion left, the tight end. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second and goal, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 53 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become...
And he takes it into the end zone. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Rams nothing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
And middle. 10.
Stafford now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 42.
On first down, Stafford here. Now this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the Rams had 1 and 14 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Giants 7, Rams nothing.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Drill right, 22.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. And get back to work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. That's into it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work.
Touchdown, Giants!
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano for the extra point. And And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, Rams 3.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. That's complete to the tight end Hopkins. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
Hey, 22!
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second and 8 coming up. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Touchdown, Rams. Brycen Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Giants 21, Rams 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And he was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the they'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That second down play nets a -4. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
18,
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Zebra! Hey.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Going out wide here, and he finds Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Double right!
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Zebra!
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Stafford on 1st down. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, 26 yards. And the Rams have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I think if you poll defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. It got his man complete. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Giants have moved out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the sack on first down, Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A first down carry for Barkley. Shoves him away. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before taking this deep into enemy territory down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, give me radar.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. T. Higgins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On first down, it's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A give up the middle to Akers.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And now here is another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it.
Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds. All the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants,
they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.